Hello, welcome back to my channel everyone. Lovely to see you here. It's sort of mid-afternoon and it's starting to get a bit cold. I thought it'd be quite nice to have a nice warm dessert tonight, just to be warmed up a little bit and be cozy. And I've got some ingredients that I want to use up, and as you've sort of come to know, I'm using simple living ideas with the option of cost-effective, no waste options. So what are we making today? Well, I've got some leftover rice, cooked rice. My previous video of chickpea curry, simple chickpea curry, I had all this rice left over, so I'm going to use it up and make a pudding. Now normally you would use uncooked rice and you would bake it in a casserole dish in the oven and form a skin. Usually takes, I don't know, 1 to 2 hours. It's a very long process. I'm into quick and easy, and I've discovered you can use your cooked rice from the day before and make it into a pudding. And you do it on a stovetop. So that's what we're going to do today, and it's very easy, less than 30 minutes. Quick, easy dessert you can have with stewed fruit, fresh ice cream, fresh cream. There are many options as we go along. I'll explain them. So let's get started. I'll bring you down over here to the cooktop part on the bench and we'll get started. All right. Okay, so next stage, the recipe requires 2 cups of milk. Whole milk is probably better for the cream content. I'm not using the whole 2 cups because I don't think I've got 2 cups of cooked rice. 2 cups of cooked rice. So you can see, I'd say that's 2 cups. I'll have to get that out. I squeezed it in there quite hard, so yeah, I'd say there's more than 2 cups of rice in there. That's probably about right. What else do we need? 1/3 cup of sugar, plain white sugar. So 1/3 of a cup of plain white sugar. Stir all that up. Now on a medium heat, you want to simmer that and allow it to get lovely and thick. And halfway through the process, you will add extra ingredients as you go. So let's just bring that up to heat. And it makes a lovely creamy, I have had this before this way, and it makes a lovely creamy pudding. You can have fresh yogurt. You might want to do half milk, half reduced milk. Condensed milk you could use, it'll make it really lovely and creamy and syrupy. Just trying to break up that rice that I had in there and just let it come all nice and thick. So get that up onto a medium heat, and basically all you're doing is simmering it together. To let it get nice and thick, like a consistency of pudding. So I've broken up that rice. So let's just let this element heat up a bit and I'll come back and show you how we're going. Right, it's been about 5 minutes and it's started to heat up now and get a little bit thicker. As you can see, it's getting quite thick into a pudding texture, consistency of thickness. It's sort of, you can see it's broken up now. So at this point you want to add half a teaspoon of vanilla. If you like more of vanilla taste, you can always add more. I love vanilla. Get it in there. Keep it on medium heat so it thickens up and doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. And at this point you can put about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon in. I don't like a lot of cinnamon, so I'm probably just going to sprinkle some on the top like that. But it's about 1/4 to half a teaspoon of cinnamon. You can use nutmeg. I don't have any. So if you don't want cinnamon, add nutmeg instead. And mix. You can see it's getting nice and thick now. Just keep stirring that. A lot of people, as they get older, prefer rice pudding. When we were younger, it was kind of like something we didn't really like. As we get older, it's something we enjoyed the comforts of. So at this point, you might want to add some dried fruit. So I've got some sultanas here. You can add anything to this at this point. Dried apricots, cranberries. I like a little bit of sultana in mine. Just putting a scoop in. And that's starting to thicken up nicely and become a dessert. You don't want too many sultanas in it because you can always serve it with stewed fruit or something as well. You can see it's getting nice and thick. Now I'm just going to let that simmer for about another 5 or 10 minutes and let it just get a coating on it, and it should be ready. Right, I've turned it right down and it's starting to get very thick and bubbly. Almost like porridge. See that? When you move it, see it's more of a thick pudding now. Smells delicious. And this leaves you open to be creative. You can you can be creative with the fruit that you add. As I said, if you don't like cinnamon, do nutmeg. I'm not a big fan of cinnamon, but that's all I've got at the moment. I know in India they add different spices as well. Now, if you wanted to, at this point, you could add some cocoa. You could make it into a chocolate pudding. Chocolate rice pudding. I'm just going to give it another couple of minutes. As you can see, it's really starting to thicken up now, and we'll let it cool down and do a taste. All right, another 2 minutes has passed. Now you can see, you can scrape it off the bottom and it's almost thick like a porridge. It is now time to take it off the heat and let it cool down. I'll serve it in a bowl. I'll probably have a little bit of maple syrup on it or something like that. But let's just let it cool down and do a taste. Very quick and easy and cost effective. And you don't get to throw out your rice or waste it. Okay, that's started to cool down lovely. As you can see, I'll put some in a little dessert bowl now. Let it continue cool down, and then we'll do a taste. See how nice and thick it is? So we'll just let that cool. Tasting time. So, spoon, some Canadian pure maple syrup. That's it in the bowl. Still steaming. Now, some people prefer to put nuts, as I say, fruit, jam, honey, anything you like on top. So there's my maple syrup on top. Do I need to say anything? Creamy, delicious. Why wait a couple of hours for it to bake in the oven? And you can make it this quickly. Get the same effect. You know, and you can halve it. Do it with coconut cream, coconut milk. You can do it with condensed milk. Such an easy dessert, people. Please make it. Such an easy option. Filling on a cold night. Some people like it hot in the morning for breakfast. Up to you, but you don't waste your rice. You don't throw it out. I usually have so much rice left over, I end up throwing it out for the birds to eat. And I thought, no, I'm going to make a rice pudding. And I started doing this a while back and I forgot about it. And then after the curry last night, I realised I had quite a bit of rice left. So why not do some content and make a nice pudding? So I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for stopping by. Take care. Much love. Many blessings to you all. Bye for now.